Alright guys, welcome back to Half Fast 719. What's up, cat? Oh, anyway, fired this skid steer up and tried to rotate the drive motors. And I was back here and I noticed a leak. So I'll show you guys what I think is leaking from what I can see back there. Sorry about the wind. Man, I just woke up. I just crashed out on the couch. And beat. Went and got kid's tires rotated, balanced, and then he had a staple in one of the tires. So they fixed that. So I had a staple in here. Whew. I'm beat, guys. Anyway, staple in here. Guy at Discount or America's Tire said if it's got two holes, we're probably gonna have to replace the tire because we can't do two patches, or I gotta drill it out depending on how big the staple is. And I said, oh, okay, cool, yeah, whatever. Take the tire off and figure it out because I don't care. And the guy looks it up and then goes, oh, you guys have a certificate. So if the staple's bad, then we'll just replace the tire. And I forgot what I was doing. And anyway, so I was like, okay, whatever. Just do whatever you guys are going to do. And yeah, they did whatever they had to do. And obviously, they patched it. We didn't even ask, but they patched it. And magically, they didn't have to drill it out, I'm assuming, because we had a certificate on the tires. And they probably didn't want to replace it. Because I told the guy it's a small staple. It's only like a 1/4 inch apart. I said, yeah, but still, we might have to replace the tire. Basically, he was saying that we're going to have to buy a new tire. Whew. Man, sorry guys, I'm just out of it. But yeah, he's saying that we got to buy a new tire if they couldn't fix it. And they found out that we had a certificates, warranties, whatever. And then magically the tire probably didn't need replaced. So while we were out, I bought some pipe. We had this flex pipe that went to the dryer and then went all the way out, all the way up here, and all the way out. This is our dryer vent. Don't ask why it's in the front of the house or why it's there. It was before I did anything, before I moved in. But anyway, so I decided I wanted to do solid tubing because the line that was here was all cut. It was like cut and duct tape there, cut and duct tape there, cut and duct taped here, and then it was cut here, and then up here it was cut and duct taped. So most of those duct tapes were mine. Some of it were previous owner, which you can see where the white duct tape is. That was my duct tape. And then gray duct tape, that was mine. That was mine. And then somewhere in the middle, I don't know, I'm not reaching in there. But anyway, there was duct tape everywhere on that thing, holes everywhere in that thing. And yeah, it's an electric dryer, so there's no carbon monoxide if it were gas and or propane. So anyway, I'm just watching this cat. See what this cat's doing, because I'm wondering if it's eating at these bushes, my little trees. So anyway, fought with this, had to cut because it ends here. So I had to cut a little piece there, do a 90, cut a little piece here, do a 90, and then ties into there. But my hands all, arms sliced open there, somewhere else, I don't know. There. So anyway, this is where I think that thing's leaking from, is this. It's the only place when I stick a mirror in there, I can see wetness coming from there out. So I'm gonna try taking these lines off, or at least these two lines. That's what I'm gonna try to do right now. Did get distilled water. I have distilled water in this inside the system right now. I haven't started or nothing. So Home Depot, Simple Clean, some CLR, calcium, lime, or rust, some brake clean, and this stupid expensive thing, pressure washer turbo spray nozzle. So I'll probably get my big generator up here, or my big pressure washer up here once this thing's all done, and pressure wash it. So anyway, yep. So I'm waiting for Amazon. Amazon's supposed to come. They shipped this. This came in the mail. This is the Prestone kit, flush kit, which is this here, radiator flush and fill kit. Anyway, so this is how I'm doing it. So basically on the skid steer, that's how I'm doing it. Yeah. Yep. And there's a link from the old pipe, or whatever you want to call it, because I used this brush. Just used that brush and a drill, went all the way around to the back of the dryer, and this thing was just dumping lint out for, I don't know, for a little bit. Anyway, guys, I'm also missing a crescent wrench somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but it's usually what I use. It's a tool I use to do all those little hydraulic lines. So now I'm gonna have to use stubby wrenches or something. But anyway, yeah, I'm waiting for Amazon so I can replace the bushings. The only thing that sucks is I might just wait. I might wait it out because I'm waiting for these little guides. So those are supposed to be here next Wednesday. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go pull those lines off and get this off that block. See if I can't. Hopefully it's just the O-ring. And I'll throw a new O-ring on it. And and fire it up and see if it leaks some more. But this is another block that I bought on eBay with a bunch of bolts and hardware and stuff. It's so weird. Everywhere for that crescent wrench. Anyway, alright guys, I'm gonna go pull that off and see if it's the seal. Hopefully that seal's leaking. And we'll be back. I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna be fighting it for probably a half hour to an hour. Coming in and out of the garage, grabbing 50 different tools. So, anyway. Alright guys, I got a mess, but let me show you real quick. So, my problem was the leaking was this. This wasn't even tight. I got probably one full rotation. Guess I forgot to tighten it. And then while I'm in here, I took this off of the block because I couldn't get a wrench in here. So this is what I'm using, or what I used, with the 3/4 inch wrench to tighten it. But anyway, I couldn't get in there. So this is, I barely have like an 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch to get this in there. So I just took a nut on there, or bolt, nut on the inside, bolt on the outside, threw it. It's 1 inch, because I don't have a stubby. It'd be nice if I had a stubby socket. I might look into those. Whew, it's hot outside, so I took this off. I'm going to replace this O-ring, stick this back in there. It's tight. But anyway, we'll stick it back in there with a new O-ring, and yeah, button it all up. And then what came in the mail, or Amazon, is this stuff. So I think these don't go in there. I think the other ones go in there. Yeah. Stamp. So those don't look like these. These go somewhere else. So I don't know where those go, but I'll find it. But it looks like these go in here. I hope. So we got 2 of these to replace. 1 on each arm, and then there's more on the controls themselves. So anyway, got 5. I don't remember it being that many pieces. 5-piece pedal. So 5 and 5. Whatever. Anyway, guys. All right, with that, I'm gonna call it, because gotta put the hose on. O-ring, put the hose on. It's a pain in the butt. I already moved some of these hoses or lines. And yep. So we got, that's what was leaking. So it sits like this. This is the bottom of the machine, or bottom of the pump. Oh. Sits like that. I was able to see with the mirror fluid, it looked like it was coming out of these bolts, but it wasn't. It was coming out of there. So anyway, let me get all this done and get this wrapped up, and then start doing these bushings, pulling on, whatever I'm trying to say. Get rid of these bushings and go from there. Alright guys, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, do what you do. Later.